Welcome, and dear friends. Today I want to share with you three profound secrets for a happy life that I've learned through my journey as a monk. For many years, I lived in an ashram, dedicating my life to meditation and the pursuit of inner peace. During this time, I had the opportunity to study ancient wisdom and learn from spiritual masters. These teachings transformed my life, and I believe they can transform yours too. These aren't just abstract concepts, they are practical tools you can use to cultivate more joy, peace, and fulfillment in your everyday life. So if you're ready to embark on this journey with me, sit back, relax, and open your heart to the wisdom that has been passed down for generations. The first secret to a happy life is so simple, yet so profound. Don't hate. It's a principle that can transform your entire existence if you truly embrace it. It sounds obvious, right? But how often do we let anger, resentment, and bitterness fester within us? These emotions can sneak up on us, often without us even realizing it. Holding on to hatred is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's a self-destructive habit that only serves to harm us in the long run. It only harms us, poisoning our thoughts and stealing our joy. The negativity seeps into every aspect of our lives, affecting our relationships, our health, and our overall well-being. I remember a time when I held a grudge against someone who had wronged me. The anger I felt was all-consuming, and it clouded my judgment and my ability to find peace. I spent days replaying the event in my mind, letting anger consume me. Each time I thought about it, the anger grew stronger, and I felt more and more trapped by my own emotions. But one day, as I sat in meditation, I realized that my hatred was only hurting me. It was a revelation that changed my perspective entirely. It wasn't changing the past, and it was preventing me from experiencing true happiness. I understood that holding on to this grudge was like carrying a heavy burden that I didn't need to bear. So I made a conscious decision to let go. It wasn't an easy process, but it was a necessary one for my own peace of mind. I forgave that person, not for them, but for myself. Forgiveness became a gift I gave to myself, a way to free my heart from the chains of resentment. And in that moment, I felt a weight lift from my shoulders. It was as if I had been carrying a heavy load for so long, and suddenly I was free. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the action. It means releasing yourself from the burden of carrying the pain. It's about finding a way to move forward without the baggage of past hurts. It's about choosing love over hate, compassion over resentment. When we make this choice, we open our hearts to healing and growth. When we let go of hatred, we create space for peace, joy, and forgiveness to enter our lives. This space allows us to cultivate positive emotions and build stronger, healthier relationships. We break free from the chains of the past and open ourselves up to a brighter future. A future where we are not held back by the negativity of our past experiences. Think about someone you may be holding a grudge against. Reflect on how this grudge is affecting your life and your happiness. What would it feel like to release that anger and resentment? Imagine the freedom and lightness that could come from letting go. It may not be easy, but I encourage you to try. Start small with a single act of forgiveness and see how it transforms your heart. Start by sending them loving kindness and wishing them well. This simple act can begin to shift your perspective and open the door to healing. You might be surprised by the transformative power of forgiveness. It can change not only your relationship with others, but also your relationship with yourself. Remember, life is too short to carry the weight of hate in your heart. Each day is an opportunity to choose love and compassion over anger and resentment. Choose love, choose compassion, and watch as your life transforms. Embrace the freedom that comes with letting go, and allow yourself to experience the true joy of a heart unburdened by hate. The second secret to a happy life is this: don't compare. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. We're constantly bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives on social media, making us question our own worth and achievements. But here's the truth. Comparison is the thief of joy. When we compare ourselves to others, we diminish our own unique gifts and talents. We focus on what we lack instead of appreciating what we have. I used to struggle with comparison myself. As a young monk, I would look at the senior monks and feel inadequate. They seemed so wise, so compassionate, so enlightened. I would constantly compare myself to them, wondering when I would reach their level of spiritual maturity. But then one day my teacher shared a profound insight with me. He said, "Huang Thang, you are comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Everyone is on their own unique journey, and your only competition is with yourself." Those words were a revelation to me. I realized that my journey was my own, and that comparing myself to others was futile and self-defeating. From that day forward, I made a conscious effort to focus on my own growth and progress. I celebrated my small victories and learned from my mistakes. Instead of comparing myself to others, I started comparing myself to who I was yesterday. I asked myself, am I a little bit kinder today? Am I a little bit wiser? Am I a little bit closer to my goals? This shift in perspective changed everything. It allowed me to appreciate my own unique journey and to find joy in the present moment. The journey of self-improvement is a continuous one. Each day presents new opportunities to grow and learn. By focusing on our own path, we can cultivate our talents and passions without the distraction of comparison. We can also inspire others by being our authentic selves, showing that everyone's journey is valuable and unique. Inner peace comes from accepting ourselves as we are and recognizing our own progress. Nature teaches us that every tree, every flower, and every creature has its own pace and way of growing. Just like the river flows at its own speed, we too must flow at our own pace, embracing our unique journey. By letting go of comparison, we open ourselves to genuine connections and experiences. Gratitude becomes easier when we focus on our own blessings and achievements. Remember, the only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Embrace your journey, celebrate your progress, and find more in the present moment. In doing so, you will discover a deeper sense of happiness and fulfillment. So, let go of comparison and embrace the beauty of your own unique path. Your journey is yours alone, and it is beautiful just as it is. The third secret to a happy life is perhaps the most challenging. Don't worry, it's a simple phrase, yet it holds profound wisdom. Easier said than done, right? We all have worries about our families, our loved ones, and the people we care about deeply. We worry about our health, whether we are doing enough to stay fit and healthy, and our finances, wondering if we have enough to secure our future. We even worry about the state of the world, the news we see every day, and the events that seem beyond our control. But constant worrying doesn't solve anything. It doesn't change the outcome of events or make us any more prepared. It only robs us of our peace of mind and prevents us from fully experiencing the present moment. It clouds our judgment and makes us less effective in dealing with the challenges we face. I remember a time when I was consumed by worry. It was a period in my life when everything seemed uncertain. I was about to give an important talk, a presentation that could potentially change the course of my career, and I was so anxious about it. My heart raced and my mind was filled with doubts. I worried about forgetting my words, about stumbling over my sentences, and about not being able to convey my message effectively. I worried about not connecting with the audience, about them not understanding or appreciating what I had to say. I worried about making a fool of myself, about the embarrassment and the judgment that might follow. My mind raced with all the things that could go wrong. It was a whirlwind of negative thoughts and fears. As I sat backstage, lost in my worries, feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders, a senior monk approached me. His presence was calm and reassuring. He could see the anxiety etched on my face, the tension in my body. He placed his hand on my shoulder and said, with a gentle smile, "Huang Thang, worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere." His words were simple, yet they carried a profound truth. Worrying was an activity that kept me busy but led me nowhere. His words struck a chord within me. It was a moment of clarity, a realization that my worrying was futile. I realized that my worrying wasn't helping the situation. It was only making me miserable and less capable of handling the task at hand. It was only making me miserable. I understood that to perform well, I needed to be present, to focus on the moment. So I took a deep breath and decided to let go of my worries. I chose to trust in my preparation and my ability to deliver. I focused on the present moment, on the opportunity to share my message with the world, and on the people who had come to listen. And you know what? The talk went beautifully. I was able to connect with the audience and my message was well received. When we let go of our worries, we free ourselves to experience the joy and peace that is always available to us in the present moment. We open ourselves to success and fulfillment. When we let go of our worries, we free ourselves to experience the joy and peace that is always available to us in the present moment. We become more effective and more at ease. We free ourselves to experience the joy and peace that is always available to us in the present moment. We become more present, more mindful, and more connected to the world around us. Of course, letting go of worry doesn't mean being irresponsible. It doesn't mean ignoring our duties or neglecting our responsibilities. It means trusting that everything will work out in the end. It means having faith in the process and in our ability to handle whatever comes our way. It means having faith in ourselves and in the universe. It means believing that we are capable and that we are supported. When we surrender to the present moment, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We become more present, more mindful, and more grateful for the simple joys of life. We start to notice the beauty in the little things, the moments of connection, and the opportunities for growth. We become more grateful for the simple joys of life. We start to appreciate the beauty of nature, the warmth of a smile, and the comfort of a kind word. Remember, the only moment you ever have is this one. The past is gone, and the future is yet to come. Don't waste it on worries about the past or anxieties about the future. Focus on the now and make the most of it. Embrace the now and find peace in the present moment. Let go of your worries, and you will find that life is much more beautiful and fulfilling. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, happiness is within your reach. Reflect on these secrets and apply them to your life. Don't hate, don't compare, and don't worry. Embrace love, celebrate your uniqueness, and find peace in the present moment. These are the keys to unlocking a life of true happiness and fulfillment. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more life lessons. Until next time, stay mindful and stay happy.